Sports Chat. I'm your host, Nizzy, and in this video, you guys are going to be breaking down last night's matchup between the Toronto Raptors and the Phoenix Suns. The Raptors fell short in that game last night, you guys. So close to making the comeback effort there in that fourth quarter. Unfortunately, free throws were the death of us in the game last night. Just weren't able to hit the free throws. Really wasn't shooting well from the field either. Had a pretty low shooting percentage as a team in last night's matchup there. Hell of an effort, though. I mean, the boys were just all over on the offensive glass last night. Really played a well-rounded game. Like I said, the only thing that faltered for the Toronto Raptors in this game was not being able to drain the shots at a consistent clip. If we were able just to shoot a little bit better from the free throw line as well, from three-point range in last night's game, it would have been easy win for the Toronto Raptors against the Suns squad. They didn't look like they came ready to play, but they were able to just keep fighting and scrapping and clawing and staying close until they were able to take over there in that fourth quarter on us. But nonetheless, good effort from the Toronto Raptors. Can't complain too much, especially when you're going against one of the best teams in the league. It's just nice to see that we were competing with them, and fought right till the end. It was anybody's game right till the final buzzer there. So that's always good to see. We didn't just lay over and allow them to walk all over us like some other bad teams in the league would do when you go up against top-end talent like this. So it was nice to see the fight from the boys. Obviously, it didn't help very much either, not having Gary Trent Jr. or Scotty Barnes in the fold. Could have used a little bit of extra scoring from those guys, especially with our bench unit not really providing much for us in this one, other than Chris Boucher. But right real quick, before we start breaking down this game, you guys, if you can go ahead and like this video if you like sporting content like this. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you're looking for more sporting content like this in the near future. Been getting a lot of support from you guys lately, and I greatly appreciate it, man. We're going to keep coming out with as much content as possible for you guys. But without further ado, let's go ahead and start breaking down the rest of last night's game. Like I said, it was a 99-95 final for the Suns. Raptors fall to 20-18 on their season. The Suns improved to 31-9. I think they might be first in the Western Conference now. They might have jumped over Golden State there. I know Golden State lost last night to Memphis, but nonetheless, they're right there in that 1 or 2 spot there. We'll start off with some of the team stats, you guys. Like I said, it was a tough shooting night for the Raptors. A lot of opportunities to take the lead, a lot of opportunities to run away with this game. Unfortunately, it fell by the wayside due to our shooting woes. The Raptors only shot 40% from the field as a team last night, 21% from three-point range, just atrocious. And the worst stat of the night, in my opinion, you guys, was the 60% shooting from the free throw line. We only made 15 out of our 25 shots from the free throw line. The Phoenix Suns ended up shooting 81% from the free throw line, 18 of 22. So if you look at that stat right there, if the Toronto Raptors could just even get to 80%, 20 out of 25, makes, that's a win right there for us. We just needed an extra few points there. The Suns never would have got to 99 if we were able to hang on with the lead, because the only reason they got 99 is because we had to foul them and send them to the line to try and get the ball back and make a couple clutch threes late to try and tie the game. Obviously, that didn't happen for us. But yeah, man, if we could have just literally 4 or 5 more free throws go in, that game's ours. So that's pretty unfortunate. Definitely want to see some improvement from the free throw line. Hopefully, with 2 days off before we play the Pistons on Friday, you'll see these boys in the gym putting up, a couple thousand free throws, just getting back into a rhythm there, because that's going to be a killer going forward into the season here. You got to make your free throws, especially you're getting closer to the playoff time and things like that. Those are going to be absolutely clutch baskets that are going to be needed in key stretches down in tight games. So that's definitely something we want to improve on as a team. Did a good job on the offensive glass, so 22 offensive rebounds. The Phoenix Suns only had 10 offensive rebounds. We out-rebounded them 47-39 on total boards. So did a phenomenal job on the glass, especially when we were really running a small ball lineup. I guess Kem Birch is technically our center, but he's not a huge guy. You look at DeAndre Ayton, they got a 7'2" center. He should have been absolutely dominating the glass, which he really didn't dominate the glass last night. I thought we did a great job on being able to get in and grab all those offensive boards. Boucher was an absolute beast on the glass last night. Love to see that from him. It's just unfortunate that you had such a great rebounding night. We had 89 total shots as a team. They only had 74, so we took 15 more shots than they did. And we only made 1 more shot. We made 36 out of our 89. They made 35 out of their 74. So with those 15 extra shots, we only made one extra bucket comparatively to the Phoenix Suns there. And you just can't do that when you're getting 15 more shots. Like I said right there as well, you guys, if we just make 2 or 3 more extra shots, whether it be a 3-pointer or a couple 2-point buckets, this game is ours for the taking. It's one of those tough ones, man. You love the fight and you love the effort from this team. But it's just so unfortunate when you lose a game that, you could have won. The Raptors could have won this game hands down. It should have been their game to win. They worked harder than the Suns did, in my opinion. I thought they played a better game. The shots just weren't going in, man, and sometimes that happens. Sometimes, obviously, our big three did really good for us, and Fred VanVleet, Pascal Siakam, and OG Anunoby. Those guys played outstanding, but we definitely got to get some other guys, lighten the lamp a little bit here. Obviously, like I said, Scotty Barnes and Gary Trent would have been definitely helping out in that department, but we never had any really help off the bench other than Boucher. Achua did decent. He had 6 points for you off the bench. But definitely got to find some secondary scoring from this team somewhere. Yuta normally would be the guy that would provide a little bit of juice for you. He was in the starting lineup tonight. He had a rough go. He hadn't played in a while. He's coming back off sitting for a little bit there, so he didn't even end up getting a point in this one. Went 0 for 4 from the field, ended up finishing with only 1 rebound and 1 steal on the night. He only played 15 minutes because he was pretty shaky to start off the game there in that first half, so Nick Nurse decided to go to somebody else for most of the second half there, which I didn't mind that move because it just wasn't Utah's night last night. But nonetheless, you guys, like I said, great effort. Just got to close those ones out. Got to make a few extra shots, right? And then the Raptors will be able to take home that victory there. We'll go through some of the player stats here before we wrap this one up, you guys. We'll start off with the Phoenix Suns first. I thought we did a great job here. We didn't allow one of their players to get over 20 points last night. They had a few guys in double-digit scoring, but no one went off in last night's game. They just had consistent performances from a few key guys on their squad. DeAndre Ayton finished with 16 points and 9 boards. Mikal Bridges had 12 points, 3 boards, 1 assist, and 1 steal for them. Chris Paul had a double-double with 15 points and 12 assists, 2 rebounds, and he had 5 big-time steals as well. Devin Booker only had 16 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, and a steal. So right there, like your top scorer for the Suns, Devin Booker only getting 16 points. I thought we did a real nice job on not letting him get going. I think he only had 4 points in the first half. So the fact we only allowed him to get another 12 points in the second half, we never really allowed this guy to get going onto a big-time hot streak. Crowder was their best player last night, 19 points, 5 boards, 3 assists, and 2 steals. He got pretty hot there for a few stretches throughout the game. And he's one of those guys, he's one of those veteran presence players. Obviously, he's been to the finals the last couple of years. Just a good quality role player that you want to have on your team. No surprise he was able to get hot there for them, and especially they needed it at the time that he did get hot during that game as they were struggling a little bit to get the ball in the hoop there. And then you had Cam Payne coming off the bench. He had a quiet night, only had 4 points and 3 assists. JaVale McGee coming off the bench had 4 points and 3 rebounds. Landry Shamet had 6 points, 2 boards, and 2 assists. So like I said, you guys, it was a quiet night for the Phoenix Suns. We never really allowed any of them to get going. We just could not hit our own shots, which was, like I said, super unfortunate. Otherwise, I think we would have been able to take this game. We'll go through some of the player stats on the Raptors side. You guys, Kem Birch finished the night with 6 points, 6 boards, 2 assists, and 1 steal. Shot 2 of 4 from the field, so 50% shooting. Didn't really get a lot of shots up. I'd like to see the Raptors try and get him more involved in the offense. I think he's got a really nice little floater in the lane when they run the pick and roll with him and Freddie. And he's pretty good on the offensive glass as well, trying to get those putbacks in. I'd like to see him take a few more shots, get him going a little bit more. I think we need to use our bigs a little bit more down in the post, instead of relying on just 3 guys to brick up a bunch of shots in a game. Try and move that ball around a little more, get it to our big guys down low, especially because it seemed like the Suns really weren't dominating inside the paint. They really weren't playing a hard, heavy paint game. DeAndre Ayton had a bit of a quiet night. He should have been absolutely dominating in this game, as we don't even have anyone that we can really match up with the guy because he's just so big. And he really didn't dominate in this one. We should have been able to take a little bit better advantage of that, in my opinion. Like I said as well, for you guys, just a tough night for him. 0 points on the night, 0-4 from the field. Ended up finishing with only 1 rebound and 1 steal in the 15 minutes that he played. Great game from OG, 25 points, 2 boards, 1 assist, and 1 steal for him. Shot 9 of 20 from the field, just below 50%. So not a bad game at all from OG. Made some clutch buckets at key times during this game as well. Fred VanVleet, another steady performance, 21 points, 2 boards, 5 assists, and 2 steals. Shot 7 of 18 from the field. Siakam as well, 22 points, 7 boards, 7 assists, and 3 steals, 10 of 23 from the field. So right there, you got your top 3 guys all over 20 points, so nothing wrong with that. I thought they all performed well. I thought Boucher played really good as well. He finished with 13 points, 16 rebounds, and 3 blocks. shot 4 of 9 from the field. Achua gave you 6 points and 6 boards with two steals, shot 3 of 7. Champagny pitched in with 5 rebounds and 2 points for you. Also added in a steal. And then Svi just had 2 boards on the night, so a bit of a quiet night for him. But overall, we just need a little bit more out of that bench unit, you guys. I think Freddie played like 43 minutes in this game, so pretty much played the whole game. Really didn't have a backup point guard that came in for him at all in this one. No Malachi Flynn in this game, no Delano Banton. So I'm not too sure what's going on with that, why we're not getting in a backup point guard at all to give Freddie a little bit more rest. Or maybe just because we had the 2-day break before we play the Pistons on Friday. Maybe Nick Nurse just wanted to ride his main guys out here, try and get a big-time win against the Suns. Who knows for sure what he was thinking on that one, you guys. But like I said, just unfortunate we weren't able to pull out the dub. But, on the positive side of things, you got to love the effort and the tenacity from this team. Anytime you're grabbing 22 offensive boards and 47 boards total, anytime you're shooting 15 more shots than the other team, chances are you're probably going to win 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10 games when you're doing that. Unfortunately, this was the 1 or 2 that you lose out of those 10. It happens sometimes. Teams getting into a shooting slump. Unfortunately, that was it for the Raptors last night. Hopefully, we get Gary Trent Jr. and Scotty Barnes back for Friday's matchup. It's kind of one of those scary ones against the Pistons, you guys. Obviously, Dwayne Casey, our old coach for the Raptors, is the coach of the Pistons. And for some damn reason, even though we should be whooping their ass every game because they're a terrible team, for some reason this Toronto Raptors squad always plays down to the level of this Pistons team. I wouldn't say this is a lock for a victory. I would hope so after losing this close one to the Suns, that the Raptors come out guns a-blazing and absolutely destroy this Pistons squad. I'm pretty sure we played the Pistons once this year already and lost to them. So this would definitely be a nice one just to absolutely romp on these guys on Friday, especially with a big-time game against the Milwaukee Bucks on a back-to-back. You got the Milwaukee Bucks coming up on the Saturday right after. So it'd be huge to be able to get a huge lead, be able to rest all your starters in the fourth quarter and not have to play them too much in the fourth quarter against this Pistons squad. We just need a big-time blowout game, get back on track here. We're still 2 games above 500, so there's no need to panic right yet. But like I said, it's going to be crucial to get that win against the Pistons, especially on a back-to-back with the Bucks coming up on Saturday. They're going to be hungry for a victory over us, especially after we beat them without Giannis about a week ago or a week and a half ago. So it's going to be crucial for us to be able to get that win because it's going to be a real tough matchup going against the Bucks. So hopefully we can pull that one out on Friday, you guys. Have a good matchup against the Bucks on Saturday. I would love your guys' opinion in the comment section down below. How do you think the Raptors fared in last night's game? And what do you think we need to improve on most here to be able to close out games like that against Phoenix? Personally, to me, I think the free throw shooting needs to improve the most here. If we can do that, I think, like I said, 4 or 5 more free throw attempts, I think we win that game. So yeah, would love your guys' opinion in the comment section down below about last night's game. Would also love your guys' opinion about the upcoming matchups. You think we got a good chance to take both games in our back-to-back there against the Pistons and the Bucks? Would love your guys' opinion on that as well, man. That pretty well wraps it up for this video, you guys. Thanks again for watching. Please go ahead and like this video if you like sporting content like this. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you're looking for more sporting content like this in the near future. Thanks so much for watching, you guys, and this is Nizzy with Nizzy Sports Chat. Bye.